So we have been to a lot of palaces in Portugal so far, and I got to tell you, this may be my favorite. No offense, Beta Palace, which was pretty spectacular up on the mountain.
Yeah, we're
But
at the Biester Palace here in Sintra, Portugal, which is right behind us. And it is one of the most beautiful places I think we've ever been. I'm standing in front of the Biester Palace here in Sintra, Portugal, high up in the Sintra Mountains. And this beautiful home may look familiar because it was in the film The Ninth Gate starring Johnny Depp. But it has a very dark history connected to it, mostly connected to legend and lore. This building was originally commissioned to be built in the 1880s by Ernesto Biester, who was a well-known playwright. Unfortunately for him, he never got to move in because he passed away suddenly before the first brick was even laid. So immediately the locals here in Portugal said this place was cursed. But Ernesto's brother, Federico, and his wife, Amelia, moved in anyway. But both of them had a short time here because they both died of tuberculosis in 1899 and 1900 respectively. Ever since then, it has still had that legend of being a cursed location. And beneath here, there are actual tunnels that connect to the bottom of this house that feed into a network of tunnels that go underneath the Sintra Mountains. Most notably is the conical shape behind me, which gives this place the nickname of the Witch's House, because of course, it looks like the top of a witch's hat, which just ties into the personality of this beautiful place and the legends and the eerie stories that connect to it. As spectacular as the Biester Palace is from the outside, it's stunningly beautiful inside. There were master craftsmanship builders who came in, not only carved the woodworking, but also did a lot of intricate artwork. And if you look closely at that artwork, it ties directly to symbolism of the Knights Templar and the Freemasons. And in the basement of this building is the initiation chamber, which opens up into a room that connects to tunnels that go beneath the hills of Sintra and connects to a network of tunnels as well. Finding specific documentation about what that room was used for is really hard to come by, but of course the legend surrounding this place says that's where the owners of this building would initiate their new recruits into the Knights Templar by having them navigate the massive network of labyrinthine caves underneath this entire area. So again, the Biester Palace is just as beautiful on the inside as it is on the outside.
just the craftsmanship and artistry, everywhere you looked, there was one of the world's top woodworkers who created this unbelievable borders and woodworking going up the stairs. And then there's art by a famous artist all over, everywhere painted, and then special stained glass windows, and just there's all kinds of amazing things that were quite spectacular to me, and the detail was special.
Detail is everywhere, and they had it set up like it would have been when it was a residence. And interestingly, this was a residence up until 2022, so just recently that it was open for tours, and you can go in and check it out. And of course, my favorite part in the place was downstairs when we found the initiation chamber, which was really creepy and connects directly to tunnels that are underneath the mountains.
So there's a lot of legends about the Knights of Templar activity and the beliefs of the residents of Sintra, but the fact that this and the palace right next door to it, which we talked about, the
Quinta
Regaleiros.
da Regueira.
Oh, thank you. With the initiation well, you can find that video, everybody. It's pretty amazing stuff. But like the fact that there it was, this tunnels going around that somewhere, right?
Yeah, and connected everywhere. And of course, the lore for that was that we talk about in that video was that's how somebody would prove their worthiness for the Knights Templar. But it's all legend. It's hard to find any concrete evidence. But what is known about this house is that it was used as the setting for the Johnny Depp movie, The Ninth Gate, which we were going to go home and watch. So in the movie The Ninth Gate, the story is that Johnny Depp's character is looking for a book that is allegedly written by Satan himself. And while it is a fictional story that they set here in part in the Biester mansion, the Book of the Devil is a very real thing. It is actually a book that is on display in Sweden, and it's said that it was written by a monk. The legend connected to it, though, says that the monk had broken his monastic vows and was scheduled to be walled up alive inside the monastery. To avoid being walled up alive, the monk promised that he could write all of human knowledge in one book in one night. Of course, that's an impossible task, So it's said in the legend that he summoned Satan himself, who showed up and helped him complete the task in one evening, putting all of human knowledge in one book. To say thank you to the devil, after he sold his soul to the devil, he put a picture, a drawing of Satan in the book itself as well, which is actually a very real, tangible book that is on display in Sweden. For a long time, rumors swirled that the actual real-life devil's book was housed here in Biester Palace, but that was just a legend and was never actually true.
Just like the Quinta de Regulera, the grounds are expansive and beautiful and built into the hills with pathways and water features and waterfalls and places to stop and sit. And it's just spectacular, the grounds. And of course, the site, you look right up, there's the Moorish castle up on the hill. It's quite amazing.
It's beautiful. You're right in the heart of nature. It's a beautiful summer day. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's just absolutely spectacular here, and couldn't ask for better weather to come enjoy this beautiful place.
So if you're coming to Sintra, this is a little bit off the main knowledge by tourists. Totally worth a visit. So one of the things I love about being in Portugal is that they will often say, climb up here, go up this pathway to a Miradouro, which is an overlook, and you are always rewarded. This is why you need to be in shape when you're going to come visit. Look behind us, you can see the Sintra, the Pena Palace, you can see the Moorish castle, and then as we pan around, there's the Biester Palace that we just visited. There's the National Palace down in Sintra, and then on over here, Mafra and its convent, and way in the back,
the Atlantic Ocean.
It's unbelievable.
It was totally worth the climb up here. It's absolutely beautiful, and the fact that we've been able to go to so many of these places and see them from this different perspective is incredible.
So get in shape, take those steps, get ready for your vacation, and when it says go up this steep hill for a Miradouro, do it. It's worth it.
Bring water and a snack bar.
Got to.